In the previous class, we discussed about how to create employment opportunities. Proper implementation and employment generation schemes launched by the government is also required to provide more employment to people. The National Development Guarantee Act is one such scheme launched by the central government in 2005. NREGA, that is National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, guarantees 100 days of employment have to everybody who willing to work and an unemployment allowance if work is not provided. Now come to the next topic. You already studied about the classification of economic activity into primary, secondary and tertiary sectors. Depending on their nature, economic activities can also be classified into organized and unorganized sectors, depending on their condition of working. To understand this, meet Kanta and Kamal. Let us understand the difference between organized and unorganized sector by looking at their working conditions. Kanta works in an office where she reports for work at 9 a.m. and ready to leave for home at 5 p.m. If Kanta is required to work for more hours, she is paid overtime money. Kanta gets paid casual and medical leave, besides and off on all Sundays and public holidays. Joining to work, Kanta was given an appointment letter starting the terms and conditions of how to work. Kanta always gets her salary on time in every month. Kanta is also entitled to all the allowance as per government rules like Provident Fund, medical allowance, travel allowance, etc. Kanta works in an organized sector with regular terms of employment as per government rules and guidelines. Now come to Kamal. Kamal works as a daily work labor nearby a grocery shop and report for work at 7:30 a.m. Kamal is supposed to work till 8 p.m. He gets no overtime for extra hour work. Kamal does not get any paid leave even in sickness and work on all days, including public holidays also. Kamal was not given any letter of appointment and can be removed from work any day. Kamal is not entitled to any allowance or benefits other than his salary, which itself is also often not paid at time. Kamal works in an unorganized sector where government rules and guidelines are not followed. There is a comparison between working conditions between organized and unorganized sectors. Now, a question arises when an organized sector offers better working conditions. Why do people work in the unorganized sector? Let's find out. The organized sector offers fewer employment opportunities than the unorganized sector, as you can see in this graph. Some companies form the organized sector, operate in the unorganized sector to save taxes and avoid giving their employees new benefits. Since 1990s, lots of people employed in organized sector have lost their job and forced to take up employment in the unorganized sector. Let us now take a look on the group of people who need protection in the unorganized sector. The vulnerable group that need to protection in the unorganized sector in rural India are landless farm laborers, small and marginal farmers, and traditional artisans like weaver and potters. Workers in rural or organized sector can be supported by the timely delivered sheets and the agricultural input, affordable loans, and expansion of storage and marketing facilities for crops. The vulnerable groups in urban areas include casual labor, street vendor, and rag pickers, and also people employed in small scale industries. Workers in the unorganized sector can be supported by government assistance to small scale industries and by finding way to protect large number of casual workers. People from the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe needs extra protection as they also face social discrimination besides the other disadvantage of the unorganized sectors. Is this clear? Okay, that's all for today. Thank you.